unbelievable pressure and stress. She said one of her coaches, Mike Hunger, really kept her happy. And a nice finish right there. Question though for me is, does she? So funny. We were talking to Gabby before the competition began, and she goes, "Wasn't it just 2012? It feels like it was yesterday."
She's right.
You know, that lady right there, Marta Caroli, she is going to choose the team that is the best at that time, and titles and past accomplishments don't mean anything to her.
Montclair gets a 14.45, and Gabby Douglas gets a 14.8 on the vaults. Close starting score. Deductions were good. There's Montclair's tone. We're just getting started here in St. Louis, Emma. The P&G Gymnastics Championships are presented by Pantene and brought to you by Olay Agents, by AT&T, mobilizing your world, and by P&G, proud sponsor of Mahomes. So we Tim Daggett now still look at Andrea Joyce. We're going to continue here on the Balance Beat.
Keep talking about how important it is to impress the selection committee, but mostly Marta Caroli. And Marta has told me in the past that this young lady, Allie Raisman, is an example of a hard-working gymnast. She's dedicated, disciplined, and she sets an example for the whole team. That's a pretty good recommendation when it comes from the chief.
She lost an Olympic medal in the harshest way that I've ever seen in our years together. She finished in a tie for the bronze medal, and then they went to a tiebreaker. She lost it.
And that's one of the major reasons she's back here. She thought it was so wrong. It was in the all-around Aliyah Mustafina from Russia. Ended up taking that bronze. There he goes. She told us she's been working on that. Really trying to make sure she gets credit for that layout. She was a good rebound on it.
Not just working on that skill, but just so many routines. I talked to her the week before she left the competition, and she says, I've just done so many numbers now. It's all about muscle memory here.
It's funny we're using this for exercise, but it's meant to be team pretty much.
She told me that she works like she had no success in London at all. She says that keeps her focused. Big dismount right here. It's an Arabian double front.
That might be the best one we've ever seen from Allie Raisman.
I have never seen her do that better. That is so hard to stick. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Carly Patterson did this in the Olympics where she was all-around champion, but this is so hard because it's a blind landing, and there, puts her feet down, 0 deductions on the landing, and a giant exclamation mark.
How many tiny young gymnasts are in this building now? Sitting there in their chair with mom and dad maybe going, "Are you kidding?"
That was pretty darn good.
Here's Maggie Nichols. Maggie, second at last year's U.S. Championships. She's got a share of injuries. It's one knee that's bandaged. And then if you look carefully there, those are laparoscopic decisions on the other knee.
Yeah, she had that one in 2014. Major surgery from that was a turning point for her, she says. And just recently this year, Rim Championships at the Karoli Ranch. She injured that other leg, needed meniscus surgery on it to repair it.
She's a little bit taller than some of the other gymnasts, so it really gives her a beautiful line, especially on the uneven bars. A little short on that headstand.
It's right here. There's the dismount. Nice double layout.
Welcome back, Maggie. So there are 4 competition days left. There's today, there's Sunday, and then there's 2 weeks in San Jose. Is that enough time?
You know, I really think it's enough time for Maggie. This week we watched her in training, and although she'll only be doing the uneven bars, look at this beautiful dismount. She does a double layout. We want to look for the extension all the way up until she lands. A little bit of a leg separation, finds the ground, sticks it. Beautiful. As I was saying, we watched her and she actually trained on the floor and she trained on vault, and in our opinion, she looked great. You know, she's not quite ready to compete here this week, but I absolutely know she will be ready in 2 weeks.
Allie Raisman gets a 15.15 on the balance beam. We'll get the number on Maggie Nichols, but as you can see, the women are on the move. That's the end of the first rotation here in St. Louis at the 2016 PNG Gymnastics Championships. Simone Biles has a lead, and after 1 rotation to be up by 55 of a point is unbelievable. That's what reality is. Allie Raisman there and Gabby Douglas, the veterans, as the story of the 2016 PNG Gymnastics Championships plays out. And again, the national champion crowned on Sunday night, but this is part of the Olympic process. The Olympic trials in a couple of weeks, and the key event is the team final. And in those, on the 4 apparatus, you put up 3 gymnasts, and all 3 of those scores count. So you got to really make sure as best as you possibly can. So Tim, explain how this team of 5 for Rio might be constructed.
Well, it'll be built primarily upon the shoulders of Simone Biles. How could you leave her off? She's the best gymnast that ever was. And the reigning Olympic all-around champion, the runner-up last year at Worlds, Gabby Douglas. You can't leave her off either.
And someone else, in my opinion, that you can't leave off is Allie Raisman, especially after that beam routine. It was a solid start for her, but she has proved that she is such a key player for the team because she's so consistent and so reliable. And then, of course, you see you need a little help on the uneven bars, and that's where Team USA struggles a little bit. So, you know, it's either going to be between Madison Koshin or Ashton Locklear. They're both great on the uneven bars. Haven't seen them yet, but we will soon.
Who else might be in play?
Well, yeah, you see a lot of question marks there. That's a lot of spots cheeks are sore right now. They were smiling through the entire thing.
41 days to go, kid. You're almost there.
Wow.
Because I'm like, no, you were fighting. I saw her for a second. Let's go back now.
And here's that file. So she does a double layout, and at the very end, you see her do a half turn. So watch right here: one flip, two flip, and then a half turn makes it a blind landing. Perfect.
Just unbelievable power. She has done so much already. Look at the height she gets on this full twisting double back somersault. Many gymnasts can't do that in their first tumbling run. Yikes.
That is just...
And there's the entire selection committee.
The look on Marta's face was almost, she's on my team.
It's like unfair.
Regan Smith.
She started on her exercise where she had a very uncharacteristic fall. Actually didn't fall, she just couldn't complete something. It was 113.1. And it was good. You know, not going to get the huge score. Him, of course, has won 3 national titles as well, a world champion in the all-round. But remember, for this young lady right here, where it counts most is when she goes to the balance beam. That is where she will do her best to impress that selection committee and where she can impact the team score most.
Where did they take 18?
I have no idea. I have no idea, but 16-1, you can't even imagine how hard it is to get a 15-5 on floor exercise, not to mention being in the 16s.
Pretty crucial for Madison Kosher because according to the plan that you guys have, if she's
Absolutely, this is actually her best event. Of course, the current world champion, has the highest starting value out of anybody on any of the bars.
what is it that makes it so good, Nessie?
Well, a lot of things. You know, she kind of floats from one bar to the other. Her releases, her form, and then of course it's very difficult, but she makes it look easy. So it's really a combination of it all.
It's light and it's airy, and she flies so hard, high, and does these great transitions in connection from low bar to high bar.
And Tim, you were telling me that there might be 11 women in this room who think they're good enough to make the Rio Olympic team in one form or another. That means that when meet San Jose ends, we're going to have some serious tension.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, this young lady right here, she's the reigning world champion. This now sitting the set on the bar. But there's another girl, Ashton, who is just incredible as well. Either one of them could be left off. If they're left off, they could easily have gone to the Olympic Games and not won just a medal, but a gold one. That's crazy. Remember, we saw this about it on the uneven bar. She is a teammate who trains alongside Madison at Woga.
This first connection right here, very crucial. She missed that.
Supposed to go right into this element right there. Beautiful right here. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Another release. Sky high. Way over on that
Low.
pirouette.
Covers very nicely. Dismount. Beautiful. So that first connection that she missed that we talked about, it wasn't a disaster by any means. She'll lose a few tenths of bonus. That's what she's really going
spot where she really helped Team USA in Rio. P&G Gymnastics Championships continue after this from St. Louis. This August, the world will come together in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, as athletes from across the globe compete for country and Olympic gold. The 2016 Olympic Games coming August 5th to the networks of NBC Universal. We can't wait. Madison Koshin, in spite of the things that you guys pointed out, she did okay.
Absolutely.
15.45.
That's how good she is.
Could have been even higher had she had that little connection.
By the silver medalist in the all-around, and then a bronze medalist as individual apparatus medals as well. Tremendous career.
So what does the speed routine mean for Madison Coach?
Well, this is really important. Obviously, her strength is the uneven bars, but she needs to prove to Marta and the selection committee that she can go up in the qualification round, possibly, and hit a good beat routine.
Her biggest test comes right off the top, right here. It's called an Arabian. Perfect. Tentative there. She's a little bit fragile. We just need to be very careful with her. She fractured a tibia in March of this year. Only began walking 9 weeks ago.
Just the dismount left. Well, that was a good routine. You know, just a few weeks ago at the Secret Classic, she fell off the balance beam, but reclaimed herself here. She will be happy with that.
So watch this here. She starts flipping backwards, does a half twist, and all of a sudden it's a front flip. Very difficult, a lot to get done. And look how far off to the side that left foot was.
When we watched it the first time, you really couldn't tell. And here's that dismount. She does a round off to a double pike. You want to look for her shoulders, so just a tad bit low, but pretty good.
Well, you guys are not allowed to say that's very difficult anymore. just getting on the apparatus is a miracle. So
But you know, everybody makes it look so easy, so you don't really realize how difficult some of these skills are.
Yeah, you know, in talking with Simone Biles a little while ago, she said that to me. She said, you know, we make it look easy, but we do it 1,000 times. That's why it looks easy.
okay, so let's say a vault is 5 seconds. That means in this entire weekend, 2 vaults, 10 seconds is pretty important. 10 seconds for Michaela Skinner.
This is where she can contribute most to Team USA. She is one of 3 gymnasts here performing this skill. It's called an Aminar. The same one you can see from Simone Biles and Allie Race. Very difficult. Sorry I said difficult again, but if you think that's not, this was a very good vault, but she had a little bit of a problem landing. Really, what you have to do is you have to get yourself prepared to land. It's actually in the code, prepared to land before you hit the ground. And she's kind of pulling that all the way to the very end. She takes that step, that'll be a 3/10 step, and she goes over the line, which is another deduction.
Nasty, I know the answer. Explain this later.
So if she were to make the Olympic team, the qualification round, she would do the 2 vaults in order to make it into the Olympic vault final. In there, she would also have to do 2 different vaults from basically what they call 2 different families. So you'll see 2 different entries. Get a little confusing here. But in order to win, or in hopes of winning an Olympic vault medal,
Yeah, you know, that wasn't as great as we saw her do it just a couple of weeks ago in Hartford at the Secret Classic. It was all good in the air. It's just, like I said, not quite ready for the ground.
Pretty good.
And you see that 1.1 off the deductions. We've seen gymnasts get much less than that. And that was pretty darn good. In my opinion, I don't know why they're not doing it. That is a better vault than her vault she starts off with. You know, she's gotten criticized that she only hits with two hands for just a brief second, but that's crazy. That's a better vault. That's what she should be doing first off.
Meanwhile, Andrea Joyce is absolutely thrilled. She's found someone shorter than she is. Andrea?
That was mean, Al. You know, when you watch Regan Smith, you have to remember that she is just 15. Her coach, Kim Zmeskal, knows that there's a delicate balance here. That's why she is always trying to come up with age-appropriate motivational tools. Say hello to the perler beats. They sell them by the tub. Basically, Regan gets 2 for a stuck landing. She can earn up to 5 for a clean routine. But if she pouts or cries or is not a good teammate, she has to give to each of her teammates. And as you can imagine, she has plenty for a very long necklace. And Al, you got to give props to Kim Zmeskal sprinkling in those life lessons with all that gymnastics.
So she is shorter than this low bar. She's standing on the board, and she still doesn't really need to bend over. When you are this short, the biggest challenge is getting from the high bar to the low bar, and really then getting from the low bar back up to the high bar. That was beautiful, though. Transition over to that high bar. She's got to really work on that, where other gymnasts kind of just relax.
She really launches off on that dismount.
Let go a little early on it, though, so it kind of flew out a little bit farther than she probably wants it to. Talking about her height, look at that. She does tip her head down, but she's standing on a board that's about, at that point, it's about 6 inches off the ground. Though she be little, she is fierce, I'll tell you.
I like that system Kim Zmeskal came up with.
I'm going to start bringing some beads for you.
Let's see if Valley Race can keep her great night going.
This is an important test for her as well. She's going to be doing the 2.5 twisting Yurchenko that we just saw Michaela Skinner do. Simone Biles will do as well.
This has improved for her over the last 5 months or so. And very good.
It looked like she stepped out of the lines, which will cost her, but showed a lot of control in that vault landing. And Tim, as you said, she's really been trying to improve because she knows that the team can use her in the team finals on this event.
The World Championship, she faltered. Really out of control on the landing. She's had problems this year in international competitions, but she's been great so far. The secret, it was excellent. So what makes it so hard, she does another half turn at the end. And the big step, you see that's more than shoulder width apart, so that's 0.3 of a point and an additional deduction for going out of bounds. That was good, but it was better in Hartford a couple of weeks ago.
Regan Smith, deduction's a little on the high side, so she gets a 14.8. Gabby Douglas has for us right now, third place after the second rotation.
So I asked her before the meet began, do you wish it was right now? Do you wish the Olympics was here? And she says, oh God, you know, physically I'm ready, I know that, but mentally I just need a little bit more time. Very nice.
Very difficult skill right here. Full twisting, back tuck.
Nicely done.
So definitely not her best routine that we've seen her do. She stayed on and managed to get through.
You know, it's funny, here on that 4-inch wide beam, there's our coach, Kitty Carpenter. The Buckeyes in Ohio. You're on that 4-inch wide beam, and if you are not completely aggressive, it just shows up so quickly.
Here's that full twisting back tuck. Look at, she's eyeing the beam. Just a little bit of a wobble, but not a big deal.
So this is a relatively easy skill. A full turn, it's required in the beam routine. Much harder because she holds her legs up. And oh, look at that. So off. If she had bent down and touched the beam, would have been a huge deduction. It's all about, she really, I'm not exactly sure. It looked like she just didn't get up high enough on her.
And here's that dismount. So you see she does 2 back handsprings immediately into the dismount, which makes it that much harder. Double pike, and you want to look for her chest a little bit low, but just to get it up pretty quickly.
A little bit here and a little bit there. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, Aly Raisman, 15.35. She is having a night in St. Louis. Unfortunately, she's in the same meet with Simone Biles.
Yeah. And you know, Aly joked with us at one point and said, you know, when we go to competitions or when we have them at the ranch, it's like whoever gets second is the winner. Because we all know that this one right here, she's going to come out on top. This is gigantic. Oh my God. Oh my. It's like she is shot out of a cannon after she hits the table. Oh. Coach Amy Borman, who has been her coach since the beginning, with her every step of the way, but watch how her body rises after she hits the table. It just goes up. It's going up still. Many of the guys don't fly that high, folks. She has excellent technique, gets her arms back very quickly, and just soars. Look at how she, as I said, prepares for the landing before she lands.
16.0. Wow. Gabby Douglas takes a hit on the beam, 14.2.
Yeah, lots of deductions there at 2.1, as you see. Here is her second vault. She'll do the same one we saw Michaela Skinner do. Half on. That's the best I've seen her do it. Right there. So she had 4 gold medals at the last World Championships. She can copy and paste that vaulting scenario into event finals at the Olympic Games. She comes home with 5.
Yeah. Perfect. We did it. Yeah, events. Yeah.
No one does it quite like this. She's got a big lead on night 1 here in St. Louis. Back after this on NBCSN. You're looking at Lori Hernandez, live here in Chaffetz Arena in St. Louis, Missouri, on the campus of St. Louis University. Al Trautwig, Tim Daggett, Nastia Lukin, Andrea Joyce. And tell me to get over it, but I still can't get over her floor score.
Yeah, it was very strict, that's for sure. And it's funny, she was over chalking, and then she went back to her bag.
It looked like she grabbed a few extra rubber bands for some of the gymnasts, use them on her grips, on their grips to kind of keep the finger holes in or the buckles.
And this is a place where she can contribute to Team USA without question. She's much improved on uneven bars. Does a whole bunch of release skills that are in what we call a Tkachev, named after a great Soviet gymnast. She does a bunch of variations on that. solid that handstand. Little short there, though. Big time.
Nastya, we have some concerned citizens here. They want to know why we as a country always seem challenged on the uneven bars.
I'm really not sure.
That was great.
He's into it.
That was really great. I mean, remember, she's a first-year senior. Watch, she'll go right into this beautiful reverse hack door. Tkachev. Now she'll do this one from a Stalter, that straddle element, and her legs are together. She's allowed to do a third one because this time it'll be different. She'll keep her legs apart. Watch right there. They're apart and we call straddled. She transitions down to the low bar.
Is this the best uneven bars that we've seen tonight?
No, it's not. Madison Koshin certainly was a little bit better, but this is a very strong.
This was a great one for her, and you see she lands with, or finishes with a full twisting double back. Sticks that landing.
Gymnastics 101, baby. Fly high and stick the landing.
I've never heard that before. Alyssa Bauman on the beam.
And this is exactly where she could potentially help the team, the balance beam.
Really have to wonder if what her mental state is like. Remember, she had that really rough go on the uneven bars. Here's that same skill that we saw from Madison Koshin. And that right foot, that time, that looked like it was almost completely off the beam on the landing. Awkward on the landing, and you swing your arms around. Those are deductions. Dismount right here. Nice routine. She had some little errors in there, and she can do better than that, though. That's the problem. So watch this skill right here. This is an Arabian. Really difficult. Look at the right foot. See? It's like not on the beam. That left foot, it's like a talon. Crack walnuts. It is holding on so tightly. Just look at the effort. It's like, look at those toes. They are squeezing. No way am I coming off the beam. That was a tremendous save.
And the dismount that she does is a double pike. We've seen it before from a round off. Once again, you want to look at the height and the chest on the landing, a little bit low. Didn't quite rise up quick enough.
And we are moving to the fourth and final rotation. I can tell you that Laurie Hernandez got a 15.3. That's the second highest uneven bar score so far tonight. One last rotation to go in night one of 2 nights that will crown a national champion. If it's this woman, it would be a history maker. Days to Rio, and we're all over it. Tomorrow, coverage of the 2016 U.S. Olympic trials continues, starting with the men's springboard final and the women's platform final, finishing here with the conclusion of the men's gymnastics trials when they'll announce the Olympic team. Then Sunday is a jam-packed day of competitions on NBC and NBCSN, including the first day of swimming trials from Omaha, featuring Olympic gold medalist Ryan Lochte and Dana Vollmer, and then the finals of the P&G Championships right here in St. Louis. Question, do they crown Simone Biles again? Well, how about this? After just 3 events, she leads by 1.5 points. That is absolute domination that we should be used to by now. Back to St. Louis and the P&G Gymnastics Championships after this. Back live in St. Louis, night one of our national championship. This is not the Olympic trials, but it is part of the Olympic process. 2 weeks from now in San Jose, a 5-woman team will be announced. And you really have to fill out in all 4 apparatus where you think you can be the best. So Tim and Nastia, in a rare moment of agreement, crunched the numbers and came up with this as a possible scenario. Tim, take us through it.
No, absolutely. You got to take Simone Biles. Allie Raceman's going to be in there. Gabby Douglas, obviously, as well. Uneven bar specialist, though, that is going to come down to between Madison Goshen and Ashton Ryan.
Got to answer.
And you know, for Madison, she scored 0.25 higher in the last meet at the Secret Classic. This young lady scored a staggering 15.85 a couple of weeks ago in Hartford. Said she had the least deduction she's ever had in a bar routine. All about handstands. Very nice. Her release. Beautiful. She actually doesn't have as high of a maximum score as Madison, but I think she's going to come out on top here again.
Yeah, that was definitely a very clean routine, minus that little step on the landing. Hit all of her connections.
Very difficult when you scoot your feet in between your arms and you pirouette right directly to that handstand. That was picture perfect into that beautiful straddle front flip.
And again, the smallest mistake of the entire routine really was just on this dismount. She does a full twisting double back, same one we saw from Madison. In a slight step.
Pretty darn clean.
We'll see how the judges saw it while Regan Smith is on the beam.
This is a very important routine for Regan.
So remember, we're talking about a team that has Simone Biles, Allie Raceman, Gabby Douglas that are pretty much locks. And remember, the routine we just saw from Gabby on beam, if she's consistently performing like that, that's a routine they're not going to want to have. So for the team finals, you need 3. And this is where she shines. Super difficult stuff here. A little bit off on that. Big one right here. Oh boy. That's a lot of steps.
She's just seemed a little off all day, really, from the start.
Another step forward. We sound so nitpicky. And that was very cautious. She wanted to put those 2 skills together. We sound so nitpicky, but it's exactly what the judges are doing.
And the selection committee.
Absolutely. Very difficult dismount. Done in combination like that. That was fabulous. If the entire routine was like that, it would be a staggering score, but it wasn't.
Kim's got such a nice way about her, with her.
Yep, and You know, Marta is pretty easy to read. You know, if you see her head shaking side to side, she's not happy. So here are the couple of little spots in the routine that really, the judges are going to be fierce on these. Nice, huge layout, but off to the side, she swings her arms, she bends her hips. And this one, very difficult. Back with a full twist, but let's see here. Chest down, a hop, a step, an adjustment.
Get her score. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Ashton Locklear has won the battle of the uneven bars with a 15.6. It's a pretty big difference to a 15.45. All right, Gabby Douglas now on the floor to end her night.
And you know, I misspoke earlier. I said she left out a release on bars. She didn't, but she has not looked as sharp as we've seen her look. Let's see if she can get back on track here. Double back with a full twist, and then a backflip right out of it, right here. From Gabby Douglas, a very solid finish to her competition. Great exercise for her. So Vanessa Ferrari, who was the all-around champion, I think in 2006, she did this first. Gabby is borrowing from it. It's an upgrade for her. The judges are going to look to see if they think she keeps moving well enough. And I think she definitely does. She connects that very difficult full twisting double to that backflip. A nice upgrade for Gabby.
It's a tough score for Regan Smith to absorb, but she has no choice.
Yeah, that really was an opportunity. She's so cool typically, and she just looked a little bit cautious.
Right here on this event, the uneven bars, she said, I don't have to be perfect on bars, I just need to make it through. She knows that the team will not be using her in the team finals on this event.
You know, and she made the all-around finals at the Olympic Games, where many people thought it would be Jordan Weaver, and just narrowly missed that all-around medal. That was one of her major reasons. Whoa, that was close. Major reasons for coming back. She just is not as polished on bars.
But she'll take that one.
Marta, Tatiana Perovskaya, another member of that selection committee, Mihai Brezhchin, Ali Raisman's longtime associate.
Gabby gets a 14.8. Okay. third rotation, and it's a big lead here. This is night one in a 2-night process to see if she can win her 4th straight national championship. Uneven bars is not Allie Raceman's best event. She gets a 14.15 and looks really tired. She's still breathing heavy.
You need to teach me. Oh my God.
Simone Biles, last routine of the night.
And this is not her best event, but she's still great here. Has a very good amount of difficulty in the routine, but what she does so well is she just eliminates deductions that many others get.
Some sort of a judging issue. She's just waiting for the green flag, and so are we.
I think they're talking about where they're going to go to dinner.
So again, the men's Olympic team will be announced live. Competition ends. We start a clock. Their selection committee goes into a room. Approximately 12 minutes later, they come out and make the announcement of the 5 men who will have 41 days to get ready for, or 40 days at that point, to get ready for their Olympics. The same thing will happen with the women in 2 weeks in San Jose. We'll start on Friday. There'll be a night just like this, except the leader won't mean anything. And then on Sunday night, the same thing will happen. The selection committee for the Rio Olympic team will go into a room. They'll crunch their numbers, then they'll listen to Marta, and they'll announce the team.
Beautiful handstand. Tricky combinations here. She'll do 2 of them. So into a release, nicely done. Now she'll connect this release to that transition to the low bar. Beautiful flight. Only the dismount. And if it's Simone Biles, she's gonna stick it.
Well, and when you say this isn't exactly her strongest event, I mean, she will probably score higher than some of the other gymnasts competing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. So she does this in combination as well. This toe on right to a handstand. And because she doesn't do an extra swing around the bar, a giant swing, she gets some bonus for that. But look at that, baby. Man, it's like a walk in the park. She is just in a league of her own, not just here in these United States, but all over the world.
He's had a great night so far, but this will be another important routine to show Marta that she can be reliable.
Yeah, balance beam is kind of a litmus test because it is so incredibly stressful, and even the great ones can wobble. If she can put together a clean routine, boy, did she ever have a great first day of nationals as a senior.
So far, it doesn't seem like she's affected at all by any kind of pressure. I talked to her earlier this week, and she said that her training's been pretty stressful because she took some time off of her legs, but she's healthy and back in the swing of things.
Wow, just the dismount, and what a phenomenal first nationals as a senior on the road to Rio. Wow.
one last break and tell you whose stock is up and whose stock is down after this. The P&G Gymnastics Championships presented by Pantene are brought to you by P&G, proud sponsor of Moms, by AT&T, mobilizing your world, and by Olay, ageless. Lori Hernandez was just given a very nice 15.3 on the balance beam. And there's your leader, Simone Biles. After the first rotation, she was up by 0.55. And she'll take a big lead into Sunday night where she could win the 4th straight national title. Look at, she's in front by 2.45 in front of Ali Raisman and Lori Hernandez, who had a great night and is with Andrea Joyce.
Al, believe it or not, Lori turned 12 years old in this building competing at her first junior nationals 4 years ago. Did you ever imagine that you would return in such a big way and put yourself in contention for the Olympic team?
I mean, I think at the time I was so young, I didn't realize where I was at the moment. I was just kind of embracing all these big lights and this podium, and I didn't know what to expect. So coming back here 4 years later is pretty exciting, and it's nice, like, reminiscing on the events.
You debuted a new floor routine here. You're coming off a knee injury. What do you think that you showed Marta today?
I think I showed her that anything that's going on with me last minute, like, I can show up and I can compete and I can really help this team out no matter what's going on.
You told us that you liked the spotlight just a little bit. How much fun was that out there tonight?
Oh, it was nice. I mean, this new floor routine, I really feel the music and I feel all the poses and everything that I'm doing. So being able to show it for the first time was really exciting. I was really feeling everything that was going on out there.
And how are you going to contain yourself for the second night of competition?
I'll have to remember to breathe.
All right, good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Al?
Boy, there's a lot to like there.
Absolutely.
She's got a tremendous personality, and those women will be busy on Sunday night right about now. Okay, stock up, stock down. Let's start with the positive.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, Lori Hernandez, her stock didn't just go up, it went through the roof on 3 different events. Remember in the beginning, we had those question marks for the 3rd spot in the team finals. On 3 different events, she was 3rd. Unbelievable performance.
Who got your eye?
You know, I think Ashton Locklear went out there today and did exactly what she needed to do on the uneven bars. She edged out Madison Koshin a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily say Madison's stock went down. I think it stayed exactly where it was, but Ashton was very impressive tonight.
Who should be concerned?
Well, Reagan Smith, she didn't do herself any justice tonight, falling off the balance beam. And, you know, Gabby Douglas, she wasn't bad, certainly, but she could have impressed a lot more.
Now, it seemed to me that there was a little something missing from Gabby personally. She was almost expressionless. Did that concern you at all?
Well, you know, she's kind of looked like that since London. You know, since she's been back on the competition floor, she's looked just very focused, very stoic, not smiling a lot, and that has worked for her thus far. She went to the World Championships after this big time off and was 2nd in the all-around, so she can do it and get the job done. And I don't think that there's anything to be that alarmed about, but I know she needs to be better, and she knows that as well.
But we wondered about Gabby and Ali coming back to the Olympics, and now it's pretty darn close to being believable.
It really is, and I think Ali did an amazing job today. She, in my opinion, right under Simone Biles, is quite a lock for the team right now.
All right, that's going to do it. Thank you for joining us. Plenty of pre-Olympic coverage to come, that's for sure. A busy weekend on NBC and NBCSN. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern and Pacific, it's the conclusion of the men's Olympic trials where we will find out who will represent Team USA in Rio. Then on Sunday night, the 2016 national champion will be crowned at the P&G Championships. Coming up next, it's local news, and later tonight, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon with guest Jim Parsons, the Avid brothers, and J.J. Watt. For Tim Daggett, Nasty Lukin, and Andrea Joyce, I'm Al Trawick. We'll see you back here in St. Louis tomorrow night.
Well, it wasn't the best we've seen Gabby this year. What do you think was missing tonight?
I think I rush myself a little bit and then I get kind of a little bit relaxed. So I just definitely need to just go out there and just stay aggressive. But I think the confidence level is definitely there. I just need to not rush and just be patient and just let it flow.
You said the magic word, aggressive. You said earlier this year, I've got to compete like a tiger. Will that be your mantra for night 2?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I have to compete so fierce and really be bold and just so courageous out there.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Al Trautwig, Tim Daggett, Nastia Liukin. I'm the one who didn't win a gold medal. Night 1 of the P&G Gymnastics Championships, and what got your attention?
Well, it's Simone Biles. I mean, come on. She has, the rest of the world is just quaking in their boots. I mean, she is so unbelievable. The most dominant athlete in the world right now, male or female, Simone Biles. If her stock could have gotten any higher, it did tonight.
And Nastia, you're the perfect person to talk about Aly Raisman and Gabby Douglas. It looks like they're going to pull this off.
It really does, and what they're doing is so difficult, being there firsthand. And Aly Raisman tonight especially went out there and proved how consistent and how reliable she is on the 3 events. Her bars she got through, but those other 3 events were key. And Gabby Douglas too. She went out there, maybe had a few mistakes here and there, but overall, she's looking good.
Sunday night will crown a national champion here in St. Louis.